Joined the Air Force in July of 1979. I joined the military because I'm from Montana and there wasn't a lot of jobs back then, and I just needed to try to find some way to make a career for myself. I was in the Air Force. I was an air traffic controller. I retired after 20 years at Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida. And then after that, I worked for a contract tower for a short time, worked for the FAA for 10 years, then got hired by the DoD in 2002.
546
Here at Whiteman, my job is a watch supervisor and an air traffic controller responsible for one of the major assets the Air Force has, the B-2, and then also the training requirements for the T-38s, and then the associated A-10s, working on their low-level training in the low-level areas around the Whiteman Air Force Base area. The biggest thing that I brought with me from the Air Force to the civilian is all the training that I had was in the military. I was also served as an instructor down at Keesler Air Force Base for 6 years, and being able to integrate that into my civilian life and actually sharing that with the young airmen that are just coming up into the military and through the Air Force, and impart my knowledge and my experiences that I've had while I was active duty to them. In Dharan, Saudi Arabia, and we were living in Khobar Towers in support of Operation Southern Watch. There was a truck bombing. They didn't let the truck through. The good part is they didn't let the truck through the main gate into the complex where we were living at, and they diverted the truck around, and by the time they got to where they realized what it was too late. And so it was a massive truck bombing that killed 19 of my friends. I got to spend a couple weeks in the hospital in Saudi Arabia, and then I did finish out my tour there until December. People that got injured in that got awarded Purple Hearts. It's a kind of a humbling experience at that time because there wasn't that many people with Purple Hearts. It was a wake-up call for me as a young NCO as to what exactly is expected of us when we go into those type of parts of the world. Learned not to take life for granted, and that cherish every day you have, and know that we're also on the front lines trying to protect everybody's freedoms here at home while we're over in those parts of the world.